Hello, I'm here on Muwahu Island. It's a wonderful half-day trip, morning or afternoon, out from Lake Wanaka. It involves a cruise across the lake and then a great trip up to the top of the island. And if you want an alternative to all the thrills and spills of bungee jumping or whitewater rafting, I'd thoroughly recommend it. We've come here with Eco Adventures Wanaka, and we've been lucky enough to have a guide, Jamie, with us, who's a real mine of information on all the birds, the plants and the insects of this area. Well, thanks for giving us such a great trip, Jamie. What's the real attraction for coming out to this island, do you think, for most travellers?
Well, the main attraction is the buff weka. Most people come to the island to see the buff weka, which is this endangered species that's been reintroduced to Central Otago area. But the other attraction to the island is the vegetation, the history, the other animals that are on the island, including the stone weta, which has great abilities to be frozen solid.
Yeah.
We also have the New Zealand geckos on the island, as well as various bird life, bellbirds, fantails, and the New Zealand falcons on the island.
Great. And how long does the trip usually take us in general? Is it 3 or 4 hours?
Depending on the group, it's usually we cater for a 3-hour cruise and walk.
Right.
And depending on the abilities and the speed up the hill, it's a kilometre walk, which takes about a 30-minute walk if you don't stop.
Right.
But we stop to show you various vegetation on the way through, including the weta motels. So it's more of a gradual walk to the top to view the pool at the top of the lake.
Jamie was as good as his word, with many stops en route to the top of the island. First, to learn about the different species of Manuka tree.
What the Manuka flower looks like, and the Manuka honeybee.
Expensive honey, yeah.
The higher the Manuka factor, the more expensive it is, but also the higher the concentration. So the UMF, unique Manuka factor, something like a UMF 5 for 200 grams of honey, it's about $9–10.
Then he showed us boxes made by a local woodwork teacher and his class to provide a protective habitat for the endangered weta bug.
They basically climb in and choose to live in these boxes. They climb in through these holes. The tin lid allows the sun to heat the box up, so it's like central heating.
And then to see the Southern Alps gecko.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
And you can feel how cold he is.
Soft.
But also you look at his fingers or his pads, very, very fine, because they're tree climbers. He's got the green eye because he eats the leaf and the honey from the trees. But he's nocturnal. He's obviously very, very cold and very, very sluggish. If it was a warmer day, he'd be running around my hand by now.
Yeah.
A light rain was falling when we reached the Arathusa pool at the end of our walk.
The tree, by all accounts, where the flax is just over there, is a totara that's laying in the pool down at an angle, and that's been carbon dated at over 700 years old before it was dropped into the lake. The early Europeans used to come up the far side of the pool there. So there's a beach on the far side that we'll drive past as we leave.
Yeah.
And I'll show you it, and it's literally just almost zigzag the old path.
As if on cue, the sun came out whilst Jamie served us high tea in the company of a newfound friend. The buff weka have been reintroduced to Muwahu, having been extinct on the mainland since 1920. Their feathers were once highly prized by the Maori to weave into their cloaks and other garments. This island was once forested, but several fires over the years have destroyed the vegetation, so all visitors are encouraged to plant native trees and plants to re-establish the original ecosystem. And of course, we were keen to help.
Just go around the plant Basically, it's just really to stop the birds from digging into that soft area that we've dug up. Also, as I say, it just stops the weeds from first growing into that soil as well, because we've now allowed fresh sunlight into this area. So you can use all of them, it's right. No charge.
Jamie's return walk to the island's boat landing gave us another chance to admire some of the island's wonderful natural features. This trip to Muwahu Island is included as one of the options you can undertake as part of a Silver Fern small group journey. Or, if you'd like to add it within a tailor-made holiday, then please let us know when you make your booking.